Good afternoon, everyone. This is Bremster, and today I'm coming to you with a puzzle called Yucks by Jakhob and wooferzfg. This is a puzzle that I have had run through a couple of testers, and they've said that this one might be a little bit tricky, so this could be a slightly longer solve than I'm used to, even though this is why do I say just? This is an arrow Sudoku. No other rules involved apart from Sudoku. So, yeah, there could be some interesting tricks. I don't know what tricks are involved in this one, but I was told this one's going to be a little bit harder than I'm used to. So, yay. I'm not going to go into anything else at this point. I think I'm going to go straight into the puzzle because I don't know how long this one's going to take me. So let's do that. So for people who haven't been here before, what are the rules? We have normal Sudoku rules apply. So in every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. And then we've got arrows. And the way arrows work is the digits that are placed on the arrows, the sum of those digits gets placed into the circle of that arrow. So the sum of those two digits goes here, the sum of those two digits go here, the sum of those two digits go here. That's what we've got to go on. I'm going to restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. This is screaming at me as a problem. So these are going to be 6 different digits because they're all in the same box. So the minimum I could put into those is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That sums to 21. So the minimum that this could be is 21 divided by 3. So this is 7, 8, or 9. Okay. There's no 3-cell arrows at all in this puzzle. There is no 3-cell arrows at all in this puzzle. Well, 9 is in one of these 3 because I can't put 9 on an arrow. 9 is in one... Where does that digit go in this box? That and that are the same digit, because that has to go in this box somewhere. It can't go on its own arrow. It can't go in the row, and it's not 6, because if this was 6, these would be no more than 18, and that doesn't work. So that is 7, 8, or 9. So that is 7, 8, or 9, because that is also yellow. So yellow is down here. But that could be 8, 1, 9, and then these could be 8, and that could be 8. If this is 7, this is 1 through 6, and this is 7, 8. These are 8 and 9. If this is 8, this is 4, 9. And if this is 9, there's 4 different ways of making up 9. Yellow is up here. Nine is in one of those 2 cells because 9 has to be in here. So 9 is in one of those 2 cells. So either this is a 9. If this is 9, it doesn't force that to be 9. But if that's 9 and that's 9, then the 2 digits that go on here are the 2 digits that go in there. But if this is 9 and this is 9, I don't have the same restriction. This is not 9, though. But what could that be? Because these have to be different arrows. So this is 5 to 8. Because it couldn't be 4, because the only way to do 4 is 1, 3, and those would both be 1, 3, and that digit would see those, and that would break. This isn't getting me anywhere. If this is 7, I couldn't use 1, 6 in here, so it would be 2, 5, and 3, 4. But that's possible. If this is 8, I couldn't use 2, 6, so I'd have 1, 7, and 3, 5. If this is 7, these are 8, 9. If these are 8... So if these are 7, these are 8, 9. If these are 8, these are 4, 9. If these are 9, these are... Wait a minute. These are the same digit. So if these are 7, these sum to 14. If they're 8, they sum to 16. And if they're 9, they sum to 18. So these are always even. And this is even, so these have to sum to an odd number. But the same isn't true here, because 2 of these arrows have to sum to an even number, but I can break the parity with the third arrow. Because if this is 7, these are even, but this becomes odd. If it's 8, then all of them are even, and they're even. And if it's 9, then 2 of them are even, and the third one makes it odd. But all of these, this is even, these are even, but an entire box of a Sudoku sums to 45. So all of those are odd. That has to be correct. Oh, that's nuts! Okay, that's really cool. This is an arrow, so this and this are the same. So whatever that is, if that is odd, and that even total is even. If those are even, that is even, and those totals are even. If this is 7, that's 7, and the total is even. If that is 8, that is 8, and the total is even. If that is 9, that is 9, and the total is even. So this total is even. This total is even. The entire row sums to 45. 45 minus 2 even numbers is odd. That is odd, but all of those, this is an odd total. But that has to be an odd total because those are even. Because if this is 7, those are 14. If this is 8, those are 16. That's 9, those are 18. So all of those must be odd, but that must be odd. So if that is an odd number, I've got odd plus odd, which makes it even, and I've got a bunch of evens having to add to 45, which doesn't work. That has to be even, and therefore it is 8, which means those are 8. That is bonkers. This arrow is the break-in. That's insane. That's not 8 anymore. So this, yeah, I can't put 4 on any of those because this is a 4-9 pair. Now, 8 can only be made up with 1, 7, 2, 6, or 3, 5. And I can't do 2, 6 in any of these. So these are 1, 7, not 2, 6, and 3, 5. So this is 2, 4, and 9. So this, well, this can't be 2, 6. So 2, and this can't be 2, 6. So this is 2, 6. Because I can't put 2, 6 here because the 2 has to go in here. And I can't put 2, 6 up here because there's a 6 here. So these are 1, 3, 5, 7. And that gives me a 1, 3, 5, 7 quad in that row. But what can this be? That can't be a 9. And it can't be an 8. Minimum it can be is 4, but if it's 4, it's 1, 3, and that becomes 5, 7. That doesn't work. So it can't be 4. So let's do 5, 6, or 7, because it has to be 5, 6, 7, because it can't be 8 or 9. It can't be 4, because 1, 3 would break this. If this is 5, 1, 4 doesn't work. 2, 3 doesn't work. So it's not 5. If it's 6, well, 6 has to go over here somewhere. 6 absolutely has to go over here somewhere because it's not in any of those. And by Sudoku, because 6s. So if this is 6, it can't be 2, 4 because 2 and 4 are over here. And if it was 1, 5, that would leave 3, 7 there, which would make that 10. So this is 7, which means this is not 1, 7. This is 3, 5, which means up here I can take out 3, 5. This is 1, 7. This is not 1, 7. This is 3, 5. And this is not 3, 5. This is 1, 7. So 7 with a 6 is 1, 6, which completes the row. That is batshit crazy. And these are now down to quads because they are, well, I need to put 3 and 5 in here with the 4, 9. And up here it's 2, 8 with whatever of the 4, 9 I haven't included. There's no 3 there. So 3 is in one of those two. I was just terrified I wasn't recording. I'm going to remove the yellow now because all the yellow is telling me that yellow is 8. And unlike some solvers, I don't like keeping colour in the grid that I don't need. So 8 is down here now. So can 8 go on this arrow? That would become 819, which would fix the order of this 17. I think that's okay, because that'd become a 1. It'd put 1 down here. I don't see a problem with that. This is 5, 6, or 7. Like we've got the 8s pinching here, we've got 8s pinching here. Oh, and 8 can't go on that arrow. So 8 is in one of those two. That, oh Lord, that You've called the puzzle yucks, but this is anything but yuck. This cannot be an 8, because if this is an 8, there are 3 ways of making a 2-cell 8 arrow: 1 7, 2 6, or 3 5. So if this is an 8, I have to put one of those pairs onto this arrow, and it completely breaks all 3 of those arrows. So I can't do it. This can't be an 8. This is an 8, which forces this arrow to be 9 1, which forces this to be the 7, and this is to be the 1. This is not the 9 now. And now I can't put a 1 on this arrow. 1 is in fact down here now. In fact, that trick, if I don't say it at the end of the puzzle, that forcing 8 onto here by this little arrow, and meaning that you can't put 8 in the circle because it breaks all of those. If that's not my favorite bit of this puzzle, if something comes along to beat that, but that is stunning. That is beautiful placement of those arrows. That is just magic. Now I've got to figure out this. Now, if this is 5, this is 2, 3. And that's broken. It's what I was looking at before. The reason this couldn't be 4 is these have to be different. But if this is 5, this becomes 2, 3, and what's that? Well, it can't be 2, 3, and it can't be 1, 4, because there's 2 1s looking at it. That can't be 5. So this is not 5. Now, if this is 6, it's 1, 5. I can't. This would be 2, 4, because I can't put 1s down, and then this would be 2, 4, and it's broken. This is 7, which means this is 1 and this is 7. So 7, I can't use 1, 6, so it's 2, 5, or 3, 4. And this is the other one of 2, 5, 3, 4. Because I can't use 1s. And now I can't put an 8 on this arrow, because to put an 8 on the arrow, I'd have to use 8, 1, and there's no 8. No, not there. I meant to go there. So this now can't be 7, 8, but it could still be 9. But it'd have to be 3, 6, or 4, 5. Which might be possible, but it could still be something else. Seven is down here somewhere. Sevens, I've got a lot of 7s in the grid. Well, that's a 7 now. I've got even more than I thought. 7 is on this arrow. 7, 7, 7 is knocking 7 out of all of those cells. 7 is on this arrow. And that can't be an 8. So that's a 9, and this is a 2, 7 pair. That is not a 2, so that is not a 5. This is absolutely Derry Bingle. What is going on? 1 in this box, maybe? Nah. Seven is over here. 7 is in one of those 3. Now, if I put 7 there, this would have to be 8 or 9, but I'm not restricted. Well, 8 is actually down here now, because 8 can't be here or here. So this can't be an 8. But it could still be 9, I think. 9 can't be here or here. So 9 is in one of those 2. Actually, that can't be 8. That's 8 and that's 9. So 8 is now in one of those 3. 8, 1, 9 might be possible. 8 is in one of those three. Why didn't I put 6 on this? Because I can't put 1 on this. So where is 6 in this column? That's the 6 in the column. So that's the 2. Takes 2 out of there, which takes 5 out of there. This 6 is now in one of those two. This 1, 2. This is a 3, 4, 5, 6. That's no. It's not as pressured as it looks. But this now can't be a 7 either. So I'm going to put in 3, 4, 5, 6. Now 3 is nonsense because I can't put a 1 in here. 4 is nonsense because I can't put a 1 in here, because the only way to do 4 is with 1, 3. So this is not 4. This is 5 or 6. I can't put a 1 in here. So if it's 5, it is 2, 3. And if it's 6, it's 2, 4. Either way, there's a 2 in here. So that is not a 2. Five, 6. So this is 5 or 6. But I can put a 1 on that. This is melting my brain. Nine, 9, 9. 6 is in here. But that's not that helpful. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 is in here. 6 is in here. Now, I can't put 9 on this arrow. Actually, 9 is in one of those two, because I can't put 9 on the arrow. One is in one of those 4. It seems fruitless. Without fruit. Stuck. Without fruit. Can't be this, can it? 9. Well, 9 can't be on the arrows. So 9 is in one of those two. Which means 9 up here is in one of those two. If 9 is there, 8 is there. Because 9 there would mean I couldn't put 8 on the arrow. 7. Hang on. But 7 is in here. So if 9 is here and 8 is here, I couldn't put 7 there, so 7 would go on the arrow. Which would make this 2 and this 7, but that's okay. And then what would go on this? 2, 5, this would be 2, 5. Because I couldn't use 1, 6. This is not 7. 7 is in here with 9. 7 is in here with 9. So if I put 9 here, 7 has to go on the arrow. Hang on. If I put 9 here, 7 has to go on the arrow. If I put 9 here, that doesn't force 7 onto the arrow. But 9 does force 7 onto the arrow. Because if I put 9 here, 8 can't go on the arrow. So 8 goes there, and then 7 can't go there because I don't have 8 or 9. So 9 here forces 7 onto the arrow. I'm not seeing it. This isn't 3. Seven here, 9, 2. That doesn't work. If I put 7 here, this would have to be 9 because it can't be 8. This would have to be 2, and that doesn't work. I can't put 7 on the arrow. This is a 7-9 pair. So this is 2, and this is 7. There's no 2 up here. So this has to be 7 or 9. If it's 7, we've already said that it's 2, 5. Because it can't be 1, 6, and it can't be 3, 4. So if it's 7, it's 2, 5. And if it's 9, it could be... Is there anything limiting the 2, 5 order? Not that I'm seeing. Although that would make it a 2, 3, 4, 5 quad, but that's okay. If it's 9, it could be 8, 1. It can't be 7, 2. It can't be 3, 6. It could be 4, 5. Oh, 4 is on this arrow. 4 can't go in there. 4 is on this arrow. This is a 3, 4. There's no 5 there. There's no 2 there. This is a 3, 4. So this is a 2. There is no 2 there. This is a 3, 4. This is a 2. There's no 2 there. There is a 2 here, meaning this is a 3, 4 to make this a 5, 6. Now there's no 2 here. So hang on, but this is now a 5. So there's no 5 here. That 5 makes this 3, which makes this 5. This is now a known pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. This is a known pair. 1 and 3. This is a triple. 2, 5, and 6. There's no 2 in the middle. This is known. 1 and 3. So this is a 4, which makes that an 8. Bingo. 9, 9, 7. This is not the 8. The 8 means that's not the 8. The 1 means that's the 6 and that's the 1. Not the 8 there either. 9, you're not sure. So these have to put a 2 in there. 4. So this is 4, 5, and 6. This is 6. This is 4 and 5. That's a 4, 5, 6 triple. So that's a 3. This is a pair. Well, that's the 7 now. So this is 4, 5, or 6, and it's not 4. That's a 5, 6 pair. So that lines up with this being a pair, which is 1. It's not the 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, a 9. But this 5, 6 pair makes this the 3 and this the 5. Five, 6 pair. So this being 5 now couldn't be 2, 3. It'd have to be 1, 4. And 6 could still be 1, 5 or 2, 4. So I'm not sure. So 5 can't be 2, 3, so it'd have to be 1, 4 in either order. 6 could be 1, 5 or 2, 4. So they're the only possibilities, I think. 5, 6. So these are 1, 2, 4, and 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 4, and 9. So this is 1, 4, 9. This is 1, 2, 4. Oh, that 4. That's a 9. There's no 9 in here. There's no 9 here, so this is the 9. This is a pair now. 3 and 6. So this is also 1, 2, 4, and 5. Wait a minute. That's a 1. That's a 9. This is not a 1. 1 is on this arrow now. So it's either 1, 4 or 1, 5. There's no 2 on this arrow. 1, 4 or 1, 5. There must be a 1 on it. 2, 4 pair. I'll be missing stuff all over the place. So the way these arrows have been jumping around is discombobulating me like mad. I don't know what... I think I know why I've started saying discombobulating a lot, but let's not talk about Simon. 1, 4 or 1, 5. Oh, there's a 2, 4 here. That's a 6. So this is not 1, 4, it's 1, 5. So this is a 2 or a 4. 1, 5. Have I done all the arrows now? So that's not resolved, but I've got the total. That's not resolved, but I've got the total. So it's now Sudoku. So what's the pointing thing I'm missing? 1 is not in there or there. So 1 is in one of those two. 3. It doesn't seem to be that. This 6 makes this 5, which makes this 4, which makes this 6, which makes this 4, which makes this 5. There is no 5 in here. No. No. None of these columns look particularly strong. So is it just naked singles hiding somewhere? So 1 can't be in those or there. I've already done that. 3 isn't done. 4, no. No. What about up here? 1 I've got. 2 can't be there or there or... Oh, okay, so that's a 2. Hang on, that took the place of a 9, didn't it? Yes, it did. That's a 9, which took the place of a 5. So that's a 5, which took the place of a 3. So that's a 3. Now I'm down to a pair up here, which is 4, 8, and I know the order. That's the 8 and that's the 4. That means that's not the 8 and that's the 8. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which means this is the 3 and this is the 6. That means that's the 5 and there's no 5 in those. This 6 looks back, making that 2 and that 6. The 2 looks over, making that 4 and that 2, which looks up, making that 4 and that 2. This is now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 1 and 3. That 5. 1, 5, 3, 1, 4, 3, and this 9 makes this 4 and 9, and that is Yucks by Jakhob and wooferzfg. Holy cow, that was stunning. And I still hold that the trick with this 8, meaning these were all of the possible 8 combinations, meaning that once 8 was forced into one of these two, this couldn't be an 8, because then these would have to be one of the 2 pairs that were forced into those. But all of and there was a similar trick down here, if I remember correctly, where this couldn't be options because these were forced to be some of the same things. Just stunning. Making a puzzle with a pure arrow puzzle with only 2 cell arrows. Just beautiful. That break-in though, that was hard. I think if I hadn't found this parody trick, if I hadn't done a lot of parody puzzles recently, I may not have found that. But that was very, very cool. Thank you for sending that in. That was stunning. Not sure what I'm going to do on a thumbnail for this one. I really don't. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope if you had trouble with the break-in on that one or any of the logic, I hope the video helped you. And yeah, thank you for sending that one in, Jakhob and Woofer. That was great. Yeah, thanks everyone for watching. And as always, good luck with your solving.